Hey everybody and welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Grant and this is Jeanette. Hello. And today we're celebrating one of our favorite things, and probably one of your favorite things too, the grilled cheese sandwich. And we're also both going to make a really delicious soup, right?
Yes, we are.
But we want to hear from you guys. Comment and let us know how you make a grilled cheese at home, because we might make your grilled cheese on the fly today.
Try us.
Yeah.
We've got a kitchen full of
stuff. We
have
a kitchen full of everything. All different types of cheeses, breads. So let us know how you make yours and maybe we'll make it for you. Jeanette's getting started on her... What do you want to make first? Soup or grilled cheese?
I'm getting started on my... I'm chopping some stuff for my soup, but I think I'm going to get started with my grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, let's get to the main event.
So, yes, the main event. Grilled cheese sandwich. So I'm doing mine today on some sourdough bread. This is what I like to call my Chipotle cheddar... I keep calling it mac and cheese. Grilled cheese. Both delicious foods.
You could make this into a mac and cheese.
You absolutely could. Why couldn't you? So what I like to... So actually, the basis of this sandwich is... it's a sandwich that was inspired by one of the very first times I ever had lunch with Rachael. We were working at 30-minute meals at the Food Network, which tapes in Chelsea Market, and downstairs in Chelsea Market, I don't know if any of you guys are from New York and know Amy's Bread. It's a very famous bread bakery in New York City, and they make what I think is some of the best grilled cheese in all of New York City. So Rachael introduced me to this sandwich years and years ago, and now it's just my go-to grilled cheese sandwich. So how I start is that I like to spread my butter on both sides of 2 slices of bread. Like I said, I'm using some sourdough bread. But what Grant is doing is he spreaded mayonnaise. On. So I'm going to make the exact same sandwich. I'm spreading mine with butter. He spread the other one with mayonnaise, and we're going to do it for both of our sandwiches to see if we can taste the difference. Because I know, people feel really passionate one way over butter or mayonnaise.
And we've both done it one way or the other, but we've never done it at the same time to taste test it. Really? So we're going to see if there's that big of a difference.
Live taste test.
Exactly. I think one of the benefits to using mayonnaise is you don't have to wait for your butter to soften.
Yes.
Which is why sometimes I grab it on the go. I think I prefer the flavor of butter, but I'm not really sure. So
how often do you make grilled cheese on the go? Because I like
every single day. No, I don't. I don't really make grilled cheese that often. But when I do, well, that's what, because when I do, I'm not prepared. I don't have softened butter. So I'm like, grab the mayonnaise.
Let's go.
Let's go. Vicky commented and said, "Good morning, guys."
Hi, Vicky. Good morning.
Good morning, Vicky. How about grilled cheese for breakfast?
Why
Thanks
not?
for joining us.
Yeah.
And Anna said she loves grilled cheese with tomato.
Well, Anna, you're in luck because look at what's going to go on this
Lucky
one.
you, Anna.
A nice thick slice of tomato. So what I do, since it's the Chipotle cheddar grilled cheese, is I start with some Chipotle and adobo, which I just puree from a can. So this is nice and spicy. It's a little crunchy because there's some onions on it.
I'm going to grab a spoon and make it with you.
Oh, thank you. Fun.
It's like a grilled cheese along.
Yeah, I like it.
Unfortunately, all we have in this store are lighters and a corkscrew, so maybe I won't be making it.
There's a spoon right behind us. That's our junk drawer. So I'm going to... Now there's a spoon on the floor. All right, so I'm going to build this just with some Chipotle and adobo on the inside. Yeah. And then I like to build it kind of from the bottom down. I'm going to move this so you can see it. This is some New York State extra, extra, extra sharp cheddar. It's one of Rachel's favorites. Oh. We use it in the kitchen here a lot. And I like to shred it, actually, because I find that it melts a little bit. Because, cheddar's a good melting cheese, but it's not the best melting cheese. So I kind of like when you grate it, I find that it makes it, it melts a lot more even.
Totally. That's a great tip.
Oh, there's a lot of comments. People are feeling quite passionate about grilled cheese. Don said that he fries onions and uses 2 slices of American cheese. That sounds delicious. Barbara says hello from Michigan, and Sweeta Pasco, our friend Sweeta Pasco, is back.
Thanks for joining in.
And thank you for commenting.
If you guys are just now tuning in, today we're making grilled cheese and soups, and we just ask how you guys make grilled cheese at home, because we're going to try to make some of your grilled cheeses too. So comment with what ingredients you use, and we'll see if we can make one of your grilled cheeses happen live here on Facebook. Jeanette's in the middle of making her grilled cheese. This is a Chipotle and cheddar grilled cheese,
It is, yeah. So I topped it. I topped the Chipotle and adobo with some extra sharp cheddar, and then I took a nice thick slice of tomato. And then I just, Amy's uses these raw red onions, which is delicious. And then they just top it with a hearty pinch of cilantro. I know.
I love this.
It's such a good grilled cheese. And now I'm going to top that with
almost has like a Mexican twist to it. This would be good for Taco Tuesday.
It would be good for Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or Thursday.
Any day of the week, really. Dean commented and said, butter, butter, butter. He uses butter. Probably.
Okay. I like butter too.
And then Betsy commented and said, what is the best bread to use? I think Jeanette and I are using different breads today, but you're using sourdough.
I'm using sourdough. Sourdough is just my favorite bread in general. If I'm not being healthy, I normally eat multigrain, but I really like sourdough bread. And you're using white bread, right?
I'm using white bread. It's a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Use white bread. The squishiest, most inexpensive white bread you can find. Okay. Sheila commented and said, butter the outside and mayo the inside.
Interesting, Sheila. That sounds good.
And if you guys are just now tuning in, today we're making grilled cheese and soups. All these recipes that we're making today will be up on the Facebook page later today. So if you like what you're seeing,
all
come
right.
back
So
and
I got
check
these
those
on
out.
the griddle, and we've got our side-by-side taste test. We're going to do this twice. Grant's going to do it as well. This side we did with mayo on the outside. This side we did with butter. We're going to see if we taste the difference.
Yeah.
And I made a giant mess as well.
I think one of the interesting things about grilled cheese is you always want to make sure you have a good temperature going on.
Yes.
And I think that you probably couldn't hear it, but when you put your grilled cheese on the griddle, it should be like a really quiet sizzle.
Very quiet.
If it's sizzling too much, and you're going to get like brown, burnt bread and not melty insides.
Exactly.
And if you guys have watched before, you know that sometimes we have a problem burning our breads.
Even though I'm
so
not.
So today we're going to try not to. But we have this on a really, really low heat.
And we're going to be babysitting them
just
over.
a tiny
just
bit.
a tad. Jillian commented, and she said that she makes French toast grilled cheese. That sounds absolutely delicious.
Yummy.
And Laura said that she's learned so much from us. Thank you, Laura. That's really sweet. Thank you for watching.
So I'm going to get started down here on my grilled cheese, but before I do that, I'm going to start making the stock for my soup. I'm going to make a butternut chai soup, and we're going to flavor the stock with some chai tea bags. Because these are nice and spicy and warm and delicious.
I really like that.
And it really goes along with the sweet butternut squash really well. So in here I have 3 cups of chicken stock. I brought that up to a boil. I'm going to throw in our tea bags, 2 bay leaves and some thyme, a cinnamon stick, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to punch up the acidity a tiny bit.
Yum.
Now I'm just going to let that steep for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back to that and we're going to build our soup. But now it's time to get back to the grilled cheese.
Back to the main show.
Because today's all about grilled cheese and soup, so I want to show you how I make my grilled cheese. Now, I have appropriately named this grilled cheese Grant's Melton grilled cheese. Get it? Because my last name is Melton.
His last name's Melton.
It's pretty funny, right? Jeanette thought it was funny.
I really like it. You can't really make a food out of my last name. It's a pretty
The thing
long
about
one.
this whole Facebook Live thing is when you make a joke, you just hear crickets. I assume that you guys on the other side are laughing a little bit, but maybe you're not.
We're laughing.
Who knows?
Emily's laughing on the other side of the camera.
Great. We have one person. So I'm going to start my grilled cheese. I like to use apple in my grilled cheese because it is fall, and I'm always looking for ways to use up some apples. I'm just going to make really big, thin slices because since this is going into a grilled cheese, it's not really going to cook the apple too much. So you just want really, really thin, big slices.
I do like that crunch.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of like the onions in mine, the apple.
Totally.
I love that crunch in grilled cheese.
It's almost like putting a pickle on a sandwich because you get like a really, like kind of acidic, sweet, and crunchy.
Or chips. I love chips on my sandwich.
Yeah.
Stacy commented and she said that she likes to make the outside like garlic bread. Rachel has a great recipe for that. I was looking through some of Rachel's grilled cheese recipes yesterday. She makes like garlic bread grilled cheese on the outside. It's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Amanda says Kentucky's in the house. Hello, Amanda.
Oh, hello.
And Carrie said that she's eating grilled cheese right now.
Ooh,
Carrie, that was
fun.
great timing.
I know our friend VJ who works in the kitchen with us. She coats the outside of her grilled cheese in Parmesan, which I always think is a great idea because it gets really crispy and brown on the outside. So I just sliced up my apple here, and we're going to start building our sandwich. Jeanette, do you want to build this along with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we have our bread here. Again, we're doing butter on one, mayonnaise on the other one. We're going to taste test at the end.
Oh, wait, I need to flip this real quick.
All right, so I'll start building. My grilled cheese starts with a slice of sharp white cheddar cheese. I really love the flavor of white cheddar cheese because it is really sharp and like really, really flavorful. I'm going to top that with 2 slices of bacon. Right? I'm going to do a crisscross.
I like it. Joanna's saying to try real butter on Italian bread with extra sharp cheddar and mozzarella. That sounds good. That sounds really good. And Donna commented that she loves the show. Oh, and Amanda said your joke was funny.
Oh, thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
So I topped the bacon with 2 slices of apple. And now I'm going to top it with 1 more piece of cheese, and I'm actually going to use white American cheese. The thing I love about sharp white cheddar cheese is it's super flavorful, but sometimes it is kind of hard to melt. So I'm just going to throw in some American cheese because it's like a super melter. It's going to get really gooey and yummy on the inside.
I don't know, American cheese on a grilled cheese is so nostalgic. Like American cheese with a thick slice of tomato, like that's how I ate it. Doused in butter. That's like a childhood, delicious, nostalgic. Yummy.
And whenever I make a grilled cheese, I try to keep it nice and thin like this too. I just put it on a little bit of grainy Dijon mustard just because I love mustard with apples and cheese. And now we're going to throw that onto the grill.
All right, so is that the mayonnaise side?
This is the mayonnaise side.
And then that's the butter side.
And then, I'm just going to do a little bit of mustard on this one, and then we're ready to go.
I'm going to show you guys a quick tip. Where did I put it? So when you're making grilled cheese, and it's actually fun if you're making grilled cheese for a crowd, this is a great tip as well. Once you griddle the bread and make it nice and toasty on both sides, you can throw it on a sheet pan with one of these baking racks, and then pop that into a low oven, and the cheese will get all really nice and melty, because sometimes if it's a thicker grilled cheese, you know, once the bread gets brown, you don't want it to burn before everything else inside cooks.
That is a great tip.
So I'm going to pop these, because these look really, the mayonnaise browns really, really fast.
Oh yeah, it's good. Nice and
but
brown.
look how nice and gooey and
cooked.
brown. Yeah, it's perfectly cooked. So I'm going to toss my, let's see the butter side. That looks good as well. So I'm going to toss these two into a low oven, and we'll cook the rest of that inside.
Sheila suggested sourdough, fontina, and Honeycrisp apples. I don't know if we have fontina in house.
Don't have fontina.
But we do have sourdough and
Honeycrisp
apples. So maybe we can.
Somebody suggested cheese.
Yeah, someone suggested cheese for Sheila's sandwich, and we'll try that one out.
Oh God, the next.
Gabby, our friend Gabby from across the street, who we work with, commented, Jeanette, she'd like for you to sing the "Chips on My Sandwich" song.
Okay, it's a song I completely made up by myself with my friend Nicole and Kara at the beach. It goes, chips on my sandwich, chips on my sandwich. That's it. That's the end of it.
Pretty short song, but a really good one. It's very catchy.
It gets caught in everybody's head. Everyone in
say.
this building sings it. I swear.
Brandy commented and said apple, onion, and brie on her grilled cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good. Apples, onion, and brie. Sandra says multigrain, old cheddar, honey ham. Use butter on the inside and the outside.
Ooh, we could make that too.
Let me see that from Sandra again. Multigrain. So we've got whole wheat.
Let me go see if we have ham.
We have some cheddar. He's gonna go see if we have ham, and then butter on the inside and butter on the outside. That sounds really good, Sandra. Okay, so let's do it. Let's pop this back on.
I found ham.
You found ham.
I have ham.
Awesome. Do you have any more? I only have a little bit of cheddar left.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of slices.
Do you have some slices? Sandra, I like this grilled cheese on the fly. And I'm happy we're using multigrain bread because I feel like that's normally
I have a handful of ham over
Handful of ham. All right, I'm buttering the inside and the outside.
Chris did comment and said grating apple works really well. That's a great idea.
That is a good idea. So you get some with every single bite. I like that.
Let's
All
check
right,
on
so
these
this is
grilled
the
cheese
outside.
sandwiches.
So okay, it was multigrain cheddar. This is
Ooh,
fun.
look at this. We're getting a nice little crispy piece of cheese right here.
Ooh, I like that.
This is my favorite part about making grilled cheese because you get a little snack.
Yeah. Anne commented from Iowa, and she says that she loves our show.
Thanks, Anne.
And somebody commented Havarti. I don't think we have Havarti either.
I love Havarti. It's also a really great melting cheese for
I
grilled
love
cheese.
Havarti. All right, so we've got butter on the inside, cheddar, honey ham.
Ooh!
Ooh, look at
That looks
color.
perfect.
That looks gorgeous.
Pat me on the back. Yeah.
I just got cheese on your back.
Thanks.
Covered in cheese.
That one looks slightly burnt. Take the pat back.
I'm gonna taking my pat back. I'm gonna make the early call here, and I'm gonna say because this griddle was really not very hot.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise gets very dark very quickly. So if you're
Yeah.
gonna use mayonnaise at home, just be really careful with it. And again, like I said, I kind of just really like butter on the outside of mine. Kelly's suggesting sourdough with brie and cranberry sauce. That sounds like a great sandwich you could make after Thanksgiving with leftovers.
Brandy commented and said that she loves the
Thanks,
song.
Brandy.
Jeanette, you could be the next American Idol. I have a feeling. Fortunately,
So
that show's no longer on the
I can't
on the
wait
air.
to go across the street and give Gabby a piece of my mind.
And Caroline says hello from Costa Rica.
Hello, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
I think she
Thanks
was
for
with us on
watching.
Tuesday as well.
So remind us what's in this sandwich
All right,
again.
so this is a
from
suggestion
Sandra.
from our friend Sandra. And if you guys are just tuning in today, we're celebrating all things grilled cheese and soup. Because who doesn't love that comfort food? Sandra wanted us to make a multigrain sandwich. We're using whole wheat with cheddar, honey ham, butter on the inside and the outside. We're going to see how this tastes because I've never done butter on the inside as well.
Joanna commented and said she makes grilled cheese with American cheese and pepperoni. I know for a fact that we have a little pepperoni stash in there, so I'm going to go grab some pepperoni.
Yeah, this is fun.
And make that one for Joanna.
I'm going to lower this just a bit.
And
how
this
are yours
might be
doing?
ready to
Should they
cook.
go into the oven?
Yeah.
I'll transfer those in, yeah. And just a reminder to you guys, all of these recipes for our grilled cheese and our soups are going to be up on the website just a little bit later. So make sure to check back on the Facebook page. All right, so that one's on. Yours are in the oven. Should I get started on some soup while you're getting ready the next grilled cheese?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Totally.
So I made such a mess. I'm sorry.
It looks fine.
It looks great. So what I'm making today is my roasted tomato soup, which is kind of, I roast almost all the vegetables in my refrigerator when I make this because this soup was the product of me being really super lazy on a day last fall. And I had just a ton of veggies in the house, and I was like, what can I do that can just, get all of these into one dish really quick? And that answer for me is always soup. I feel like that's just such a good way to incorporate so many vegetables into things.
Yeah.
You're making a beautiful butternut squash soup that's so timely and delicious. But why I think the original reason why I made it was because I had, we had such a great tomato season over the summer, and we were putting tomatoes in everything.
Yeah.
And now you're getting into that time of the year where the tomatoes, they look like that inside.
Not so
no good. But one way you can, if you have these in your kitchen, is roasting them. When you roast them at a nice high temperature, season them really well, they're going to taste really, really
what
good.
cheese Joanna wanted?
I don't remember what Joanna wanted. It was pepperoni, mozzarella. Was it mozzarella?
American.
Hold on. We're
looking
for it,
we wrote
Joanna.
it down, but unfortunately we can't find where we wrote it. So I'm just going to start putting on the pepperoni.
It was American cheese.
Oh, American.
Yeah.
Good
Pepperoni
call,
and American. Good memory, guys. All right, so I'm just chopping up my tomatoes. And another reason why I like this tomato soup is that it's kind of a one-sheet tray supper where as long as you chop everything up to be the same exact size, it's all going to roast in the oven really, really nicely together. So I kind of just make sure, and you want to use 2 sheet trays just in case. You don't want to crowd if you've got a lot of veggies, but all of mine will fit on one today. So I'm just chopping up all these tomatoes and other vegetables in like-sized shapes. And the other, you don't need to be super fancy about it because you're going to puree it in the blender. So don't go nuts with your chopping.
Sweeta commented and said try Asiago peppercorn dressing on the inside.
Ooh,
that sounds
fancy.
Delicious. And Mandy said, how about grilled cheese avocado toast?
Oh, that sounds great.
Sounds good. And Brenda said, I thought about chips on a sandwich was a Louisiana thing. Apparently it's also a Jersey thing.
It's also, I don't know, I guess I just love crunchy.
I'm just going to make the call and say that's American.
It's an American thing. Exactly. But the song's all mine.
Yes. Thank you for suggesting pepperoni, by the way. It's delicious.
Good snack.
Mark highly recommends putting shredded cheddar on the outside to brown it up.
Oh, I've seen that before.
That's
really good as well. Chrissy says, hey, hashtag Granette. Hi.
Hashtag Granette.
Hi, hashtag Chrissy.
And Kristen suggested sourdough and mozzarella, pepperoni, and marinara.
Pizza grilled cheese. Oh, that's
I was actually
a great
thinking,
idea.
This American cheese and pepperoni sandwich that Joanna suggested would be really good to dip in your tomato soup because it would be like tomato and you get it. It's like pizza.
That's what. Yeah, we were making good soups today that are really nice for dipping because who's not? Grilled cheese isn't complete without some soup to dip it in. My friend and your friend Abigail taught me. Oh, I just threw the wrong part of the carrot. Taught me this trick is that when you're making tomato soup, you want to sweeten it up a little bit, and roasted carrots get really nice and sweet. Yeah. So I add almost equal parts tomato and carrot when I'm making tomato soup. It's really, really yummy.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, thanks, Abigail.
Natural sweetener. Kimberly commented and said her state fair had a bacon-wrapped grilled cheese.
I read about that on the internet. What state fair?
I was just going to say, what state fair is that?
And Kimberly, invite us next year. Okay, so I'm going to toss this. Oh, yeah, check. You okay over there?
Yep.
How's that one look?
Good.
Lovely. All right, so now, like I said, any vegetables that you have in the refrigerator, just all on a sheet tray together, like this.
Ooh, look at that.
I take a bunch of cloves of garlic as well, because roasted garlic is delicious. And then I take a nice handful of some fresh thyme. I don't even pick it. You're going to throw it in the blender.
Ooh.
It's fine. Look for some thyme that has more tender leaves, and then you save a lot of time.
Some tender thyme.
Some tender thyme.
Kristen commented and said, hi from Texas. A cold front finally hit, so she's going to make this tonight.
Good, Kristen. I know. I was just reading. I saw a funny meme this morning that said, it's fall everywhere else where it's still exactly the same in Texas. It's still 90 degrees plus. I'm glad it cooled down finally, Kristen.
And Chrissy commented and said, add fried basil to the tomatoes.
Fried basil. That sounds nice. I have some basil I was going to finish it with, but fried basil. That's a great idea. All right, so I am going to throw this in the oven. Doesn't that look just fun and bountiful and yummy? I'm going to pop this into the oven really high, like 425 or 450 for 18 to 20 minutes. And then this is what it looks like when it pops out. Right here, this beautiful sheet tray of veggies. You could eat this as a side dish if you wanted to.
Yum.
But look how yummy and caramelized everything got. And it's all going to get pureed in a blender. I'm going to go back there and do that.
So you're going to start blending that up, and I'll get started on my soup over here.
Nice.
Philip commented and said jalapeno popper grilled cheese. That sounds delicious.
Did Rachael make one like that once?
Maybe. I feel like Rachel's made every kind of grilled cheese. When we were coming up with grilled cheeses to make sure, we're like, what haven't we made before? So I'm getting started down here. If you guys are just now joining us, today we're making grilled cheese and soups. I am making a chai butternut squash soup. So in the stock pot right here, I have a couple cups of chicken stock. I threw in 2 bags of chai tea, some bay leaves, some thyme, and a little apple cider vinegar, and a cinnamon stick. And I'm just letting that steep a little bit, and that's going to be the flavor basis to our soup. And right now, I'm going to roughly chop up 1 onion, an apple, and some butternut squash. And then we're going to throw it in the oven and roast it up. So, like Jeanette was saying, the best part about these kind of soups is it doesn't matter how you chop it. because everything's eventually just going to go into the blender. And nobody's going to see how you chop it. So you can literally just hack it up. Just hack at it and throw it into
That's
a
what
bowl.
I love about these blender soups, is that you don't
right?
need to worry about how you cut things.
The apple, you don't even have to peel it. You're literally just going to chop it up.
And there's lots of nutrients and fiber on the outside of an apple, so you're making a nice healthy soup.
Totally. So now we just throw everything into there. I'm going to add some salt, some pepper, some olive oil, and the rest of our butternut squash. How are our grilled cheeses?
They're looking really good. I'm going to turn these up just a bit. You see how often we're changing the temperature of these too. So that's another good tip when you're making grilled cheese, is just to watch your pan, because you don't want it to get too hot. You don't want it to be too cold. Just keep changing the temperature.
Yeah.
Terry said that we're awesome and she loves watching us. Thank you, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
Really
and Tony
nice.
said try it in a waffle maker for a different look. That is a great suggestion, Tony.
Love the waffle maker.
If you know the Rachael Ray Show well, you know that we love waffles.
We do.
We used to do Waffle Week on the show every single year, and we
yeah.
did 5 different waffles. So if you love waffles, go to our website and check out some of our waffle recipes, because they're really great. Over here, I'm chopping up the rest of the butternut squash. I feel like one comment that people ask a lot is, how do you peel a butternut squash? Because it is really, really hardy on the outside, and it's hard to use a vegetable peeler. I just use my knife. I cut off the round bottom part, so you have a nice surface. It's pretty flat, so it's not going to roll over. And then you just use your knife, and you just try to take off as little as the meat as possible, and just sort of like hack away at the skin.
That is a good tip. Because when you buy a butternut squash, actually, hold on, I'm going to grab the butternut squash that we got at the store yesterday.
They're giant.
It is huge.
Yeah, and I think like one of the reasons they can be really hard to peel is because a lot of the times we try to peel them whole, and they're just so giant that you can't get a hold of them. So if you cut them into pieces,
look at this butternut squash. Is this insane?
that's nuts.
But like, if this looks so intimidating, so using Grant's tip and like cutting it into smaller, more manageable parts, that is a good way to do it.
And then I just take this part, I cut it into a couple rounds, and then you cut those rounds into pieces. So you're just taking like that giant butternut squash and cutting it down into more manageable parts, and then cutting that into little bite-sized pieces.
Butternut squash is everywhere right now, super seasonal.
Yeah.
All right, so Grant, I think this is the suggested from our friend Sandra, someone who's watching, a multi-grain cheddar honey ham, butter on the inside and the outside. Ooh. It is complete. And there's something about grilled cheese to me where like it has to kind of be cut in little triangles. You know, I don't know if that's like the little kid nostalgia in me. I'm gonna give it a try. Would you like me to feed you?
Yes. Ooh, that's yummy.
Great suggestion, Sandra.
I forget how much I love American cheese. It's so good.
And the butter on the inside really gives it a nice
Oops, I lost
richness.
a little squash.
I'll get you for it. That was a great suggestion, Sandra.
That is really good, Sandra. Thanks for suggesting that. We're gonna
thanks for lunch.
we're gonna try that pepperoni grilled cheese in just a second, but I want to finish up the soup. I just tossed our butternut squash, our onion, and our apple with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. And I like to divvy this up between a couple cooking sheet trays because I want to get the butternut squash nice and caramelized, because that's going to bring out all the sweetness in it. If you like pack it onto one sheet tray, it's not going to get nice and brown. And it'll still taste really good, but it won't be as sweet. So then I just pop that into the oven and roast it. I have some back here that's already roasted.
Amanda commented and she said, "What else was on the roasted veggies? It looks beautiful." I just dressed it with some olive oil, salt, pepper, a lot of thyme, a little red chili flake, and a bunch of garlic, and I just threw everything in there. You can make if you don't have tomatoes, just make roasted veggie soup. It's just so easy, really simple, delicious. Shelly says that she loves a sloppy Joe grilled cheese. Shelly, that might be one we've never tried before.
That sounds delicious.
I don't know if I've ever had that. And Donnie commented and said, "What about mushroom grilled cheese? That sounds delicious, Donnie."
So I'm putting our roasted butternut squash, onions, and apple down into our blender. And then I'm going to strain that really yummy stock, and we're going to blend that all up together. Jeanette, give that a smell. Doesn't that smell amazing?
Ooh, that does.
It's almost like mulled cider, right?
I like that. And I love the tip about the chai tea bags, because I honestly have some in my pantry right now, and I just love the flavor of it. And it's like, I like to drink tea, but what a fun way of incorporating that into your meal. I really like that.
Totally.
Look at this gorgeous grilled cheese.
Ooh, yum.
Crispy and brown.
That looks delicious.
Yummy. I'm going to cut that out.
I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream to the soup. This is totally optional, but I figured if we're having grilled cheese, we're not trying to cut calories today, right?
Not.
So I'm just going to pour in some heavy cream.
It's a Thursday cheat day up in here.
No, I'm going to blend that up until it's nice and smooth.
Jill's commented and she said, "You guys are lucky to be working for Rachael Ray. Must be a dream." It is, Jill. It really is. We have a nice time. Rachael loves grilled cheese. We love grilled cheese. Cheers to you guys. Don't forget that all of these recipes are going to be up on the Facebook page a little bit later. I'm going to get finished over here on my soup. So this was just the pureed tomatoes and vegetables and everything. I just threw that all into this cast iron pot. I'm going to pour a quart of stock of vegetable stock. If you're making this vegetarian, this is a great vegetarian option. Or I really like to use low sodium chicken stock, regular chicken stock, whatever. And since it's so pureed, it's going to be really nice and creamy. I'm just going to give that a nice stir. And then you're just gonna let this cook out. Like, let it simmer until you're ready to eat. Like, let it just keep reducing, that those flavors keep combining.
So I started to blend up my soup over here, and it's a little thick, so I just added in some more cream and a little bit of stock. Nice. So if your soup comes out thick, that's all you have to do. So I'm gonna go try to blend it up one more time.
Good tip. All right, and this is my finished soup. This one's been cooking, what is it, a little bit before 1:30? It's probably been cooking for, like, simmering for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's really nice and thick. I'm gonna grab a bowl and a ladle. I'm going to ladle some. Bonnie said that the Toastmaster is doing great today. Thank you, Bonnie. I haven't burnt any toast today. Knock on wood for those grilled cheese in the oven. And Kara said, perfect grilled cheese, Toastmaster Jeanette. Oh, thank you, Kara. All right, so I'm going to spoon some of this in here. And how I like to finish the roasted tomato soup is with a little bit of balsamic drizzle. Rachael makes this, and it is probably my favorite condiment. And also it makes things look really fancy without trying very hard because it comes right out of the jar. And then I'm going to top that with a little bit of basil. This is a tip you've seen Rachael do on the show hundreds of times. When you bring basil home from the store, it doesn't like the refrigerator very much. So all you have to do is just cover it with a little plastic bag, and it stays fresh for days. This basil is actually a few days old, and it looks absolutely great. So I'm going to top my bowl of soup with a few pieces of basil. How's your soup coming,
Here's our
Grant?
soup. I'm just going to put it into a pot so we can keep it nice and warm. But check that out. Look how nice and smooth
so creamy and delicious.
And I like the soup a little bit thick, but if you wanted it thinner, you just add some more stock or cream to it.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to get our grilled cheeses out of the oven because I bet you they're really nice and melty. And
Ooh, we're ready to dip. Faye commented and said Philly cheesesteak grilled cheese is delicious.
Ooh, Faye, that sounds delicious. I love Philly cheesesteaks. They are delicious.
Yeah,
all right.
I love Philly cheesesteaks too. We're a big fan of Philly cheesesteaks.
We are. I know this sounds like a real not problem, but we have many grilled cheeses we have to taste.
I know. We have some work to do.
So this was Joanna's suggestion. It was butter with Italian bread and, oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. That's the wrong Joanna. This was, what'd you make? You made it. I was busy. Pepperoni.
Oh, it's pepperoni, American. Yeah. It's grilled cheese.
It's delicious. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dip this into the tomato soup because that is like pizza. Yeah. Oh, that's good, guys. Really, really good. Maria wants to know if we can go to her house and cook.
Sure. Whose idea was this?
I believe it was Joanna.
If Joanna was here,
Sarah?
I'd kiss her on the face.
Sandra,
you're a genius.
No, it was Kristen. It's
Whoever
right
you are.
Kristen,
You grilled
Sandra,
cheese, you're a
Joanna.
grilled cheese angel.
You are great ladies. Oh my gosh, that is so delicious. All right. Grant, I'm gonna stir your soup. It's starting to bubble.
All right, I'm gonna serve it.
Serve a little bit of it, and we'll dip some of these other grilled cheeses into it. Okay. So this gooey pile of deliciousness is my Chipotle cheddar grilled cheese. Look at that. It's a mess, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna give that a cut. Grant, look how gooey that is.
Ooh, look at that. That looks so good.
Oh my gosh. All right. So this one was the mayonnaise side. This one was the butter side.
Anne commented and said, who eats all that yummy food? Well, luckily, there's not just the two of us in this room. There's a bunch of people behind the other side of the counter. We're probably very hungry right now.
Yeah, this is a really...
I'm going to top my soup. I have it right here. I'm just going to top it with some of these spicy nuts that I already made. These are just some sliced almonds. I toasted them up with some maple syrup, some Chinese 5-spice, and some cayenne pepper. So they're nice and crispy and toasty and spicy. Here, do you want to try one?
Yeah, I'd love to try one. Thank you. My fingers are so cheesy. Okay, here's the dip. Our dipper. Grant, I'm going to cut your grilled cheese. Yours was your apple... it was apple and bacon and mustard, cheddar,
all that stuff,
all the good stuff. And this was the butter side. So let's do a quick taste test on the mayonnaise butter debate. So this was mayonnaise side.
Michael commented, said ever make mac and cheese grilled cheese. I haven't, but that's a great idea for leftover mac and cheese. Unfortunately, I never have leftover mac and cheese.
No, I know. Neither
do
I. So that's your butter piece.
Which one did you try first?
I tried the mayonnaise.
Okay, I'll go for mayonnaise.
It's really messy.
That's what I love. That's the best thing about grilled cheese.
And I'm gonna try your mayonnaise. Have delicious. Okay, now time for butter.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
I love the chipotle on this.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like spicy and crispy and gooey. And the raw onion, because it kind of cooks when you're cooking it.
Yeah, and the cilantro keeps it nice and cool on top.
All right, this is team butter. I think I have my opinion.
Tell it to us.
Tell it to the people. I think just the butter for me is just the nostalgic taste of grilled cheese.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise does make a really nice kind of like thick coating, and it's nice and crispy. But like I said, it got really brown really, really fast, and I didn't appreciate that mayonnaise. I think, look at this carnage.
Yeah, I know.
Grilled cheese carnage.
Here, do you want to try this soup?
Yeah, I would love to.
I think I agree with you. I like the butter the best too, but I still really like mayonnaise in a pinch, because if you don't have softened butter, it's kind of hard to, to butter the outside of a piece of bread with cold butter.
Next time you guys are making grilled cheese on the go, don't forget Grant's tip. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
I didn't even try it yet.
It tastes like the chai tea really comes through really, really nicely. Butter's so nice.
Yeah, that's yummy.
All right, guys, we have a lot of lunch to eat, a lot of people to share this with. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and for all the great comments and all of our fun viewers who suggested so many delicious grilled cheeses. We had a ball. Make sure to catch Rachael tomorrow. She's got Christopher Jackson on the show tomorrow. It's from my favorite Broadway show, Hamilton. George Washington was here. And she's making pasta alla norma with sausage. That was a really, really good day in the kitchen here. So don't miss the show tomorrow. And we'll see you guys soon. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you like, comment, share, and cook. Bye. Time to eat grilled cheese.